I am here to film a foundation tutorial. I get so many requests on how I put on my foundation because I always talk about this foundation. It's the Clinique Stay Matte Liquid Foundation. I always use this on a daily basis. If I am going to be doing my makeup for a more special occasion, I will use something different, something a little heavier, but this is good for every day. And I'm just going to show you guys how I apply it. I also apply my Stay Matte powder on top of it. It's just amazing. I'll show you guys what products I use in the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. So happy that I finally got to do this tutorial because it's been requested so much. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Makes me super happy. I will see you guys in another video. Okay guys, usually before I begin my foundation routine, I will prime. If I have a very long day at work and I know I'm going to be there for a long time, or if I'm going out or something, I will prime. But on a daily basis, I don't prime all the time, just to be honest. And today, I really am not going to prime my skin. My skin is having a few issues, and I kind of want to lay off the primer just in case that's the reason that my skin is acting up a little bit. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I have like a little pimple there and there, one under my eyebrow, and like a tiny one here. So I'm probably going to PMD my skin pretty soon, and I'm actually going to do a review video for you guys, but that's not what this video is about. It's about the foundation. Get so many requests on how I do the foundation. So my holy grail foundation that I always talk about, that you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about, is the Stay Matte oil-free makeup. It's a liquid, actually it's like a gel type makeup. It's really nice, 100% fragrance free, allergy tested, you know, all that good stuff about Clinique. This one is in shade 21 Cream Caramel. It's a golden tone. I often use shade 20, which is a neutral tone, so it doesn't have too much yellow or, you know, like peach tone to it. But right now I am more tanned on my body, as you can see, from summer, and in Southern California it's always sunny. Even though we're going into fall, I'm still pretty tan, so I'm going to go ahead and use the darker shade, number 21. What I usually do is I will grab my brush. Depending on what brush I use, I will either put some on the back of my hand or on the brush. I am a fan of putting it on the brush sometimes because I don't want to dirty up my hand, especially in the morning. Sometimes I'm like rushing and I don't want to have to scrub my hands to get it off because it does stay. But what I'm going to use today to apply my foundation is just a traditional foundation brush. I will use this. I can use, let me show you, I'll use a brush like this, which is more of a fluffy brush. This is a Giorgio Armani foundation brush. This one is just, I believe, it has no name on it. I believe I got this one from Crown Brushes, if I'm not mistaken. Or I will use a flat top brush, like the, let me see if I can grab it for you, like the Sedona Lace EB07. I'm a really huge fan of this one, but I'm going to do a review on these brushes right after this video, so I don't want to get them too dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a traditional foundation brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and just apply a little bit onto the brush. I just begin on my cheek because that's where I need most coverage, because I suffer from around my mouth and sometimes around my nose. I suffer from broken capillaries. It's hereditary. My mom has them. I have them now. So I just start there where I need the most coverage. It's a light to medium foundation, so coverage wise. So if you do a very sheer layer, it's really nice for every day, especially if you don't have many problematic skin. You can just use a light layer, and then you can, if you have more problematic skin, like if you have dark spots or anything, you can use a little bit more to get more coverage. Really buildable. That's one very sheer light layer, and as you can see, although it's a matte makeup, it doesn't look like drying or too matte. When you're putting this on though, you do, as you can see how I'm putting it on, you have to work in short strokes, or even just pat it into the skin, because of the formula of this foundation, it can streak really easily. So you just want to avoid that by just really blending it into your skin right away. I add a little bit more as I go to the brush because I don't want to put too much on my skin. I just like to put what I need. Just go ahead and I add as much as I need, and you can really control how much you put onto your brush or the back of your hand because of the packaging. It's just a plastic tube, really, really easy to control. My brush smells like oranges because I just spot cleaned them with my Purian Spirits. Pretty much almost out, but I did buy a new one, which I haven't opened yet, so once I finish this I'll open that one. And I've already done my eyebrows, so when I'm putting my foundation on my forehead, I have to be a little bit careful around the brows because you don't want to mess them up. So this is a, I would say, light to medium layer of the foundation. I'm not going to go in and add more because I really like my skin to look like skin. I don't want it to look cakey or like I have a bunch of makeup on, so I like how it is right now. Now I'm going to go ahead, as you can see I have pretty dark under eye circles. I'm going to go ahead and highlight with my concealer, which I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer, and I use medium deep number 4. And what I do is it's a wand or a doe foot applicator. I apply it first and then I blend it out with a brush or beauty blender. Lately I've been using the beauty blender. Areas on my face, which is well, I guess 5 areas if you count under the eyes. 1 area down the bridge of my nose, on my top lip by the Cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. And then I go ahead and I use my beauty blender. Sorry, it's pretty dirty. I use it dry or wet, whatever. Either way it works really, really well. So I just go ahead and I blend out the concealer in gentle patting motions. Sorry guys, I actually was booking an appointment for makeup, but I am going to go ahead and finish blending out. The thing, you don't want this to sit too long because it does dry pretty fast. So I go ahead and just blend it really quickly. And if I need more concealer under my eyes, I do that after I finish doing my eye makeup. So I have all of that done. Now to set the under eye concealer, I am a huge fan of using the Guerlain Meteorites. This is in number 3. Of course it doesn't come like this. Guerlain is a luxury brand. It comes in a really nice case, but this is what I have because I got some from the makeup artist for Guerlain. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. This is in shade number 3, but honestly any shade can use any number. They just have a different, some of them have just different tones to them. And what I like to use is the Crown Brush 404, the Duo Face Brush, and it's the small. And I go ahead and I go around in the balls. That's what you do to get all of the colors. What this does is it highlights your skin. It also color corrects. But I find that it's perfect for setting concealer because it's not heavy. And you don't want to look really cakey, especially around your eyes. And I just feel good using it because it smells so good, and it's just a really, really nice product. That's why I do very, very lightly, barely even touching my face, and these things last you forever. And when you do buy the case, it's a tiny bit bigger than this, and you get a whole lot of, they're called pearls. You get a whole lot of pearls inside of the container. They are about $60, but they last you, I want to say, for years, and they're just amazing, an amazing product to have. Sorry, I'm getting text messages. Okay. I'll just turn the sound off. Okay, so I've used that. Now on my face, what I will do is I will use my favorite powder, which has always been and will always be the Clinique Stay Matte Sheer Press Powder and number 19 Stay Suede, which I need a new one actually, and I forgot to pick that up when I went and picked up my foundation. But I always use the same brush with it, and it's the Sephora Professional Airbrush and the number 55. And they've discontinued the ones with the silver handles, but they have the same brushes. It just has a black handle now. I guess they look more professional. And what I do, I don't swirl or buff it in. What I do is I press it into my skin. It gives you more of an airbrushed look. So that's that, and I can already tell I probably need to put a little bit more concealer after I finish my eyeshadow. That is my foundation routine though. After I will go ahead and use bronzer, I will use blush, I'll do my eyes, the lip products, but this is how I do my base. And it just is a really nice everyday flawless look. If I'm going to do something heavier, I will use a different foundation, especially if I'm going out for a very special occasion and I want my skin to look completely flawless. I will use something like the Chanel Perfection Lumiere. I will use the Giorgio Armani foundation, which they're known for, or I will go ahead and use the Estee Lauder Double Wear. That one's very, very heavy and thick though. But this is like an everyday flawless makeup look, and this doesn't make my skin feel crazy. It doesn't break me out. It's just a really good foundation for every day. And I love it so much, and I use it every day. And as you can tell, I have used this completely up.